when you have more God, when you become more God, you need less. So you bullshit less. You use your ego less. And this feels so good. You'll prefer it so much more. You won't want to go back. You won't want to go back to playing games. Yeah, because that's what the ego does. It's just always playing games, right? It deceives itself into thinking it needs something. And then from that point of self-deception, it will then play games with others to try and like get stuff. You don't need anything, man. I mean, listen, when I say that, obviously you need stuff to survive, of course. But you don't need to manipulate others. Especially not for very, very, very selfish things. You know, the wise man doesn't do that. The wise man doesn't need to manipulate. He just becomes conscious, attracts, and acquires things very organically through telling the truth, through being selfless, through embodying God. That's how the wise man does it. It's only the ego that tries it in the bullshit way. Yeah? And it doesn't end up like working long term because it can't. Ego is unsustainable. Eventually it's not found out, but it just fucking crumbles because the ego itself is an illusion, right? So you're just always, you're like, when you're in ego, you literally are bullshit. Yeah. So like eventually bullshit is going to be seen and smelt because that's what it is. It's not pure truth. It's smelly bullshit. Now, the next priority that you get in touch with because you're more conscious is integrity. Why? Why does integrity become important to you all of a sudden when you become more conscious? Well, immediately what comes up is like, it should be obvious, okay? When you become conscious, you become intuitive. You also become more morally sensitive. Yeah, more morally in touch. Why? Well, notice, when you're conscious, you can feel more. When you can feel more, you're more empathetic. When you have empathy, you can put yourself in others' shoes. Now you're more aware of the effect that your selfishness will have on other. So you become aware that, oh crap, my actions have an impact on others, right? Like what I do literally affects other people. Yeah. Now another part of this that will come up like is goodness. You want to be good. You don't want to be bad. You want to be good. Notice that. So because of this goodness and this empathy and this moral awareness, all of this comes into one with you being in integrity. Yeah. So you'll tell the truth. You'll own what is yours. You'll take responsibility. You'll stick to your promises. But you know what the real fucking important one is? It's that you are in integrity with your own self. Yeah. So stuff that you say you will do for you in your own world, in your own reality, you stick to your commitments. You do not lie to yourself. You be honest with yourself. Yeah, this is really the basis of integrity.